Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and give it SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd Waters, Bowers, Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig them through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No cash, so here's what's on tap. But God knows talking five. And report keep my two in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back. The fitted cat, so we Knicks dripping. Knicks feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knicks drip, dripping and Knicks drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knicks drip, dripping and Knicks drip. We in that Knicks drip, dripping and Knicks drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knicks drip, dripping and Knicks drip. Real Talk.
Yo, good afternoon, everybody. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? What's poppin', man? Knicks Real Talk. It's the pregame show, Summer League edition, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks out here in Summer League at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. About to get it popping against the Detroit Pistons. Our young lads about to get in here for the summer, see what they can do to kind of build their stock up to get into the NBA. But let me bring my partner, but before we can continue getting this thing popping, Shaw Powers, what's good, my man? What's going on with you?
Peace to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yo, salute to the chat, man. What's good? Johnny Davis, Queen Darlene, on Diop, what's good? Sergeant Robert Lee, what's good? Sarge, Crim's dad, what's good? What's good, everybody, man? Salute to you guys, you ladies and gents. Thank y'all for coming in here, man. Like I said, we in here, Summer League. Got a little bit of basketball, not from the NBA level, but from the Summer League level, man. We got some young guys trying to come here and make a name for themselves, trying to see what they can do to hopefully get their dreams fulfilled and get into the NBA. On whether the Knicks roster or anybody's roster for that matter. Obviously, because they're in the Knicks Summer League, I don't mean they're going to end up with the Knicks. But anyway, it's good to see these guys out here trying to showcase their talents. We got some familiar faces out here in the place, man. Dadier, Little World, and all that guys. And we got the second round, 51st pick, Muhammad Dawar. He in the building, Dawar, excuse me. And we got some other guys out here that's interested to see, man. We got a lot of guys coming back that was on this team with, like I said, Haka Purdy, Tyler Kolek, Dadier, Boo Champ, McCullough, you name it, man. Some of you guys have been here last year. They're going to try to go in there and build their stock up. And the coach, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, y'all familiar with David Brink, Jordan Brink. Obviously, he was the guy who was making all the right calls last year, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to replays and challenges. He was one of the top guys in the business, Jordan Brink, with that Knicks staff last year. But he's going to be coaching the team this year, ladies and gentlemen. So we won't see our guy Dice anymore. But it seems like Jordan Brink going to be at the helm for these guys this year in Summer League. So I mean, other than that, man, I'm excited about it, get it popping, man. You know, I'm quite sure. Hopefully, you will see some the contingency in the building, whether it be Mike Brown, whether it be Leon Rose, and these guys. They always supporting the Cats in Las Vegas, so you might see a couple of them out there in the stand. But Shaw Powers, other than that, man, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling about the Summer League thing?
Yeah, man, exciting, man. For me, maybe one of the more exciting ones, maybe since RJ, maybe IQ and them, maybe. You know, this one has so much at stake for the team, just as much as it has a stake for the players that's trying to make the team. So this is very, you know, you're going to see we got a lot of guys that we're looking at. What I think that we're missing on the court right now is in the second unit, a kind of quasi 6'7", 6'8" type of guy that could fill in if we need him. Right now, we do have a 10-man roster. You know, with just the guys that we got right now. The only thing this is doing right now is to get those guys in here, figure out where they're going to go, if they're going to go to G League and get the two-way contracts. So one of them is going to make the team, and the other one is going to play in the affiliate team in the G League, but not under a contract, so be it. So that's all this really is, because we pretty much just to fill out the roster. But this is something to watch to see how much these young guys are and how hungry they are to try to make the team and see what they put out there today in these summer league games to make a statement.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's big for these guys, and like I said, they got aspirations, ladies and gentlemen. They got dreams and aspirations of one day, hopefully making it to the highest level in the NBA, which is the NBA, top spot, man. So a lot of these guys out here, they fight for something, man. They play basketball their whole life as kids and everything like that, with an opportunity to finally say, you know what, I got a chance to showcase my talent after whether I went to college or whether it's been just playing in Europe at a professional level or playing in the G League. A lot of these guys have been in these various parts of the basketball world. Let's see if they can get in here and make a name for themselves. Some very intriguing guys in there for me. For real, man. There's some guys I really want to see get down in here, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Whether Dink, Pate, Najee was one, after we came in the trade last year when we got somebody to Charlotte and to move forward. He was over there in Europe. So we got a lot of Europeans in there. We got some guys who've been in the G League down there. We got some, favorite guys in the G League. So we're gonna see how it goes, man. I just want to see what they're gonna do. I just want to see what we got in our farm club. I'm really looking forward to these guys getting out there, man, showing us can they bring what they got here to the next level. There's a couple of guys going to be really looking forward to getting it done. So let's see how it goes, man. I'm excited about it. I know everybody else is because it's Knicks basketball, and we really going to get it popping, man. But I know it's been a long time, like you said, Shop House, since the Obi Toppin Summer Leagues, and even went back when Kevin Knoxner was doing it, shocking the Summer League and all that. But now, we got a team that's on championship aspirations. So a lot of these guys, might be fighting for a spot here. That's about all they'll be fighting for, a spot. You won't see only two of them. I could see three of them got a chance to make play in the NBA level in the rotation, which is Daddy Kolik and obviously Hakapurdy. Obviously they was here the past year. They got boy here last year. They was in the draft last year.
The 10 men right here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So them guys, and even though they under contract, that don't mean they're shooing, because somebody might come in here and do better than them. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, so they might be relevant. You never know, man. So that's why you got to go in here and showcase your talents and put everything on the floor. Treat it like your life dependent on it, because you're going to get battle against guys who could take your spot. You know what I mean? And shatter the dream that you want to have and get to the next level. So I'm really looking forward to it overall, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got a talented group of guys down there. And I think we got a chance to go in this G League. I mean, this summer league thing, it makes a noise. I don't care what levels are. To me, if they got a championship there in that level, then you defend for it. So I want to see our guys go out there and win the summer league thing, just like I want to see the Knicks win the NBA championship. I want to see these summer league boys go out there and represent. You know what I mean? They got some talent down there. They got a lot of talent, actually. So
right.
I mean, they should go down there and get it popping. But it's one thing to have talent, but can you win with talent? So there's a chance for them to show and prove. Can they go out there and win on this and make the Knicks fan base say our summer league did damn well, and that's good, because I know our big club going to do well. So we just want to make sure they follow their footsteps. Our G League team did well last year, so you want the summer league dudes to do well, man. I think these cats got some good talent down there, and I really want to see them put it on full display today, man. And I think if they can go out there today and just have fun with it and enjoy the process of being in G League and take it from there, man, you see how it goes.
Yeah, these guys, I think that as some of these guys came over from places where they were at just to try to make it to the team. You know what I mean? If you're making it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So a lot of these guys are going to really come out here. This is the same thing that we always talk about, Divine. When you come to New York, every player that has left New York so far, not every player, but majority of the players that have left New York have all went and left and made big contracts, got better in their statures, better pointing, better shooting, better rebounding. The accolades are still continuing to grow and stuff like that. So when you come, just like you play against New York, if you're playing on New York as a young guy, you have to be motivated. You have to be have a thrive. You have to have a determination that you want to come in here and you want to play in New York, the Mecca. And today is going to be the day that we see, aside from Patty, I'm looking for him to have a good year this year. I mean, he's going to be a guy that put pressure on Josh Hart this year. He's the one that's going to put pressure on Josh Hart. That guy right there is the one, in my opinion. He's going to be that's the small forward that we're looking for. Right now, the small forward in our second unit is Josh Hart, in my opinion. And I mean, he's the one that's going to put pressure on Josh Hart. 6'8", can shoot the 3-point shot, can play defense. That's what we're looking for. We're talking about all these other guys that we're looking for out there. There you go right there. He just 20 years old. That's the only difference. So if we can mature him and he can elevate his game better than we didn't really see him that much because of what happened last year with Tom Thibodeau. And I'm not downgrading Tom Thibodeau. I don't know if he was really ready for it. And a lot of people don't remember he was hurt. So he's the key to what happens tonight. I expect big things from this 20-year-old this year because if he wants to make the rotation, he's going to have to really step up big time. He's going to have to take Josh Hart position.
Yeah. You know, it's really a matter of maturation for him and all of them guys. I mean, I like I said, this young man right here on the screen, become Daddy A. When I first seen him in the summer league last year, I thought he had something. I just like it. I like his fluidity, his movement, the way he played the game. It wasn't even about the shot. It wasn't about any of that. I just like the way his foot game was, his instincts, the way he moved on defense, all that good stuff. And he's a young guy that he got his skill talent. You know what I mean? He just had to bring it to the forefront this year because, like I said, there's a lot of guys gonna be battling out there. But he just one of them few guys on this team that I think it really makes a noise. Like you said, we do need his position. I think this is big for him as well. And let's see what he do today, man. But he's one of them guys where he might be the reason why we don't make how would I say? A forward type of move. Maybe why Knicks might be leaning towards signing a guard and guys like this here. They might say, well, you know what? We could sign a backup point guard because we feel like this guy right here could take a next step in his career to to get it popping. So hope Daddy go out there and today in summer league and showcase his talent, man. Because I really think that he can really get it done. And first and foremost, salute to my man E Gibb. E Gibb was good. Salute to the chat. Cash Out, my man. Good to see you. Cash Out, what's good, my man? Salute. Daniel, everybody, man. Salute to the chat. And everybody, thank y'all for coming in. It's the pregame show. It's summer league, man. A little bit of Knicks basketball for about a week. We got a game on the third 2 days from now. Against I think it's Boston. I have to look at the schedule again. Danny Land was good. Danny, good to see you as well, my man. For real. But yeah, shout out, man. Summer league is interesting, man. These guys got a chance to get it done. You know what I mean? And I'm really looking forward to these guys get it done. Sky Papa, what's good, my man? 72. Good to see you, my man. Appreciate you coming on X, man. Real talk, Sky. Appreciate you. Yeah, Shaw Powell. But I'm really looking for a Lottie guy. I really want to see Pate get down. Tyler Kohler got a chance, ladies and gentlemen, literally chance to get the backup point guard. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting these next 4 or 5 games to see what Tyler Kohler been doing in the all season. See what Haka Purdy been doing in the all season. See what Daddy ain't been doing in the off season. I've seen them guys up at Tarrytown with Mikael Bridges and them guys. These guys at the gym working down at Tarrytown. Seen them out there doing their thing, man. So let's see what they do today, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Just not so much about the wins and losses, just to see what these guys game. That's a lot of guys we don't know about there. Let's see Beauchamp gonna be able to say, you know what? I got a chance to make my name. I was over there in Milwaukee with Giannis and them. You know what I mean? Now I'm here. Let me see if I can make a name, and he could be another guy. I mean, we got some guys like Beauchamp got 3 years, 4 years of NBA experience, maybe 3 or 4. So it's big for him too. Because if Beauchamp don't make this roster or that rotation, then I think you send him on because he's been in the league 3 or 4 years now, literally, or 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. So he's gonna be not 4 years, maybe 2 or 3, excuse me. But I think he got to show him.
He's been there about 3 or 4 years. This might be the 4th year, something like that. He's been in the league for a couple of years.
Yeah, so he got to show improve because that's the case. You know, he got a chance to make a name for himself at that false small spot. Him, Daddy, all of them. Now we like I said, with Mike Brown might be different, ladies and gentlemen. He might play some of these guys a little more to get these guys some minutes, decreases in the season. The Jalen Brunson and the Josh Harts of the world. So these guys, it's important that they go out there and show improve because they might want to get a chance to go in that thing and play. So guys like that is going to be big. Najee, obviously, I want to see what he can do because he got stupid athleticism from. So a lot of these guys got some skill sets to them. Let's see if they can use it to get themselves on a big roster. Shop out anybody that you kind of looking forward to in this thing, man. Anybody that comes to your mind that rings the bell that you're looking to see.
I mean, you know, all the bells and whistles out there. I want to see some performance. I want to see, you know, there's a guy in there that comes from Villanova, Lance. He's a center, 7 foot. I forgot his dang name. I seen this a couple of videos. He looks like something we could look at. I mean, big guys. I think he's about 6'11", 7 feet. Can shoot a little jump shot. Can back to the basket type of basketball. You know what I mean? But I'm expecting Muhammad to get out there and get busy. You know what I mean? I think he's our draft pick. You know what I mean? So he is, you know, more than likely the one that's going to come into this year. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting for him to really get out there and play some basketball. You know what I mean? And let's see what happens. You know what I mean? And if anybody else, there's nobody. I don't even know if it's another way that you can get any of these young players on another kind. You have to. If one of these other guys come in here, the only way that you could possibly maybe move one of these guys that could be, if you want to call him prolific, is maybe moving Tyler, or moving Hakaparty. You know what I mean? One of these guys that are on these shorter contracts, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think you could do that. And I mean, I think they can probably relinquish their contracts and bring one of them in, but I don't think that, you know, I just think, I think the Knicks are set. I think Patty, this is the year for him to really let it flow. You know what I mean? Could you imagine Patman with Clarkson and Deuce? You know what I mean? Coming down the stretch with Hakaparty and freaking and Abisebe. Oh my gosh, man, that's a killer backcourt right there. 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 7 feet. You know what I mean? 6'4", 6'5". No, he's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", and Deuce like 6'1", 6'2". You know what I mean? You got a little bit of something right there. So he is, to me, the person I'm going to really be paying attention to. Patman is the guy that I'm going to watch tonight. I think, yeah, and also to watch Hakaparty because he's coming back off of this injury. So it is something to see how he responds back off that. What was it, a meniscus or something like that? I think he had something with his leg or something like that.
Yeah, real talk. And that go to roster right there. For us, it's going to be McComb, Daddy, McCullough Jr., Tyler Kohler, Bootchamp, all of them was here. A fan favorite in the G League, Yadi Baba. He's a fan favorite in the G League. Obviously, you got Anton Watson, who we got from Boston last year, for some way. Jamal Bay,
Larry Ware,
and obviously we got Pate, Campbell, Grant, Nick Jordan, Luka Sorka. He's another guy they're gonna keep an eye on. Ware, Najee, Namwar Haka.
That's what I was talking about. Ware. So
right now you got about like the 3 centers that's out there right now was Ware, Najee, and Hakaparty. And then like I said, we got a bunch of guys. We got a bunch of guards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forwards, 6 forwards. So it's pretty much a pretty balanced roster, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, them guys at the top, McCullough Jr. is another dude you got to think about. What are the chances on it? Having missing almost a whole year last year. Defense specialist, he can do the damn thing. So you got a lot of talent there. Like I said, them 5 guys at the top already. I mean, these are 4. McComb, Daddy, McCullough, Tyler Kohler, and Bootchamp have experienced the NBA bench already. Watson experienced the NBA bench last year. Who else? Hakaparty experienced the NBA bench last year. The other guys, I'm not so sure, unless they was on other teams. I'm not sure of them, but we got about 5 or 6 guys that had experienced the NBA bench last year. So let's see if does that experience translate to helping them in the G League, because there's going to be a lot of teams. And for the team we playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Pistons got some interesting guys. Here's one that stand out to me, ladies and gentlemen. Bickerstaff, I think that's his son. Garrison Brooks, usually down from Mississippi State, was once a Tar Heel, one of my teams. And Sincere Gary, Ron Howell Jr. was with that team. He's decent, ladies and gentlemen. He was on the playoff team last year. I believe y'all remember Trevor Keels, ladies and gentlemen. He was with the Knicks on one of RJ boys out of Duke. I think he came in there after RJ them, so he must have been in there with, I want to say, Grimes and McBride and them. Trevor Keels. Bobby Kittman from Wake Forest, familiar with him, good shoot. He could knock him down. So they got some names that I'm familiar with out there. So they got a pretty good team too. So it shouldn't be no walk in the park for the Knicks. But I do think that they got some guys who did been on the NBA level as well. Not familiar with all of them, but that's their roster for NBA Summer League. So it's going to be an interesting game overall, man. I think the talent across the whole thing is pretty decent. It remains to see, who comes out on top today. But I'm really looking forward for this thing getting off, man, because I think it's going to be a pretty good one today for sure. So we definitely going to lock in that. But other than that, man, just the summer, man. I hope everybody out there having a good summer so far. Staying cool, calm, and collective, and everything like that, man. We got a little bit of Knicks Real Talk pregame for today, man. Shop House, give me some thoughts on this thing, man, and how you're feeling about this thing and the Knicks moving forward.
Yeah, this is going to be something to talk about the rest of the, these over the 20th, but nothing stops, man. After, things just keep dropping, it is a little lull in the action and stuff like that, but there is, let me take a double look if I still have them in my phone. Is that it? There's a little lull. I think it's August. Then it's the who's she? I ain't got my glasses on. I feel like I see small stuff. But yeah, it's a whole lot of things that we have to look for, especially for this team coming up. For tonight is another night, and the next couple of games will be another nights to see how these young guys can make this team. There's 3 positional players. There's 3 positions that we can get, and 1 player that can come sign up into the major league. So that's 4 players out of these 15 guys or so that we have on the list that we're going to try to fit onto this roster, or two-way or whatever you want to call it. So that's the big thing tonight, to see which guys that can elevate their game to make themselves look better to make it onto the roster. Like you said, Bouchamp. He has to try to make McCullough. He has to try to make it. McCullough may not can make this, so he needs to be on a 2-way contract. Boucher, I think, is a very good defender that I wouldn't mind having in a 2-way contract. 6'7" guy that can shoot the jump shot and they play good defense. That's one of the guys I'm hoping to get into the 2-way contract, and I'm not even sure who else can fit. The guy Lance Ware, like I said, a very good backup center that you can stash into the G League. So these are the things that I'm looking for to see what happens, and it's soon to come, man. This stuff is going to just start dropping quick, man. Where is that damn thing at? I must have erased it. Yeah, so it's not many things coming. You got August is kind of dead. Then you got the training camp. Then the guys come in, and then the preseason is here in September, October. So we ain't got far to go. Let's get through this thing, finalize the team, and let's start hearing some stuff about them practicing. And let's see. This is a good placement for us, and I hope that some of the Knicks are there tonight to watch them perform tonight. It'll show that they respect the team, and our leaders is coming to watch the young guys try to make the team and the 2-way. That would be big for me to see, and maybe not all of them, but at least 1 or 2 of them. Josh Hart and the 2 podcasters, Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson. It'd be nice to see them. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I do think you see the captain of them out there. They're all, it's one big family there. It's business as usual. The Summer League is a part of the Knicks business, ladies and gentlemen, and to have the support of the big dogs down there, Cat and all these guys. I'm quite sure they'll find their way in the building for one of the games or 2. New York should be lit out there. New York is always representing the Summer League, and Real Talk. So I think they'll be out there pretty much heavy. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, but they will show their faces sooner or later. But like I said, it's important that they go out there and show and prove, because, like I said, they might not looking at it's guys out there they looking at, but they also might not make a move yet with that last roster spot until they see what happens in Summer League. We might not see another Knicks deal to Summer League is over, because if one of these dudes in Summer League happens to be able to pop for the Knicks, then they might say, well, we don't need to go out there and get a Marcus Smart. We don't need to go out there and get this guy. We don't need to go get that guy. We already have him on our team. We just need him to go out there and get it popping in Summer League. So, like I said, there's a lot of opportunity for somebody in Summer League for various guys. Some of them for the good, some of them for the bad. Some of these guys you might not see. You might see them today at the Summer League, but obviously next time you see them, they'll probably be camp invites, and most of them will be in the G League. So obviously, we're going to have a certain amount of them that make the roster to fill out 15-man roster, but obviously some of them are going to be in either training camp as Exhibit 9 or Exhibit 10, whatever the case may be. Some of them might be in the G League for the rest of the year, honing their skills in the G League. So when their numbers called in the big league, they can get up and get it popping. So overall, either one way or the other, you're gonna see some good talent. There's nothing wrong with having talent in our farm system, and I think having our guys in the G League like that, and having guys, come into training camp and try to go out there and get it popping. Because, like I said, even though these names like the Haka Purdy's of the world, the Daddy and the Coach don't mean nothing until you get in the training camp, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts.
You go in training camp and somebody coming in and put some work.
They get cookies.
Right. They might be like, you know what? I like you, but this dude right here helps me out more.
Mm-hmm.
So
they get cookies.
Yeah, it's important to go out there and handle your business today. And this is an audition, ladies and gentlemen. They auditioning. That's what G League is. The summer league is not G League, but the summer league is pretty much your audition to the NBA. Can you come out as college, come out of wherever you came from, a high school, whatever the case may be, and go out there and get it popping? If they can go out there and perform on that level, I think we're good. So I'm kind of good with where the Knicks is at, ladies and gentlemen. Just to circle this into the big team. I'm happy with what the Knicks got, and we got some guys who got size down there. We got guys down there who can defend, can shoot. Like Daddy can do both of them. I hope this kid get a popping. So help me, God.
That's what I'm saying, Divine.
I'm rooting for this dude, man. I've been rooting for him since the day I seen him play in the summer league. Like I said last year, I know I sound like a broken record, but I really want to see this guy perform, man. And a lot of them as well, man, and all that. So let's see how they get it. But shoot to the chat, man. JJ, what's good? 40 Kevin K, what's good? What's good with you, my man? Shoot to everybody in the building, man. I want to give a shout out to the brother I didn't give a shout out to. Size 9, what's good, man? Everybody, man. Shoot to you, Prezi, what's popping? The boss is in the building as well. We in here, man. Knicks will talk to Mindset Power, man. Y'all know what it is. The pregame show, Summer League Intrigue, hot Summer League Intrigue edition. We just in here, man. I'm ready to get in here and watch these boys get it popping today. It's just always fun to see our Knicks, man, no matter what level it's on. It's always fun to see Knicks basketball. That orange and blue, it rains heavy out here, man, in our hearts as well. So, we look forward to getting the shot power. But I'm really looking forward to this game, man, just to see some Knicks basketball and, have a good feel. Because the last time we watched some Knicks basketball, we did not have a good taste in our mouth, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a fact.
We didn't have a good taste in our mouth the last time we watched Knicks basketball. So hopefully these young guys can bring a delight to us, man, and bring a little smile on our face and go out there and make us feel good about this Knicks thing, man. Because before you know it, we'll be back in the real fold pretty soon. But let's get it, though, man. I'm excited, my man, sure. But like I said, the coach, Jordan Brink, let's see what he's going to do with these guys, man. Let me ask you a question, Chop Powell. Have anybody heard, is Dice still a part of the Knicks organization, or he left with Tom Thibodeau then? I know it's Andy Gear.
I haven't heard exactly, but if he's not part of this coaching on this team, I believe he might be gone. There's a couple of guys that's gone. They said the only leftovers or the holdovers were Brunson Pops, the big Mike Bryant, the big man coach, the other young dude, I forgot his name, but it's like 3 or 4 of them that got held over. But everybody else is possibly gone. You know what I mean? So and you hear that the names out there. Ham was out there, Berea was out there. This guy, the funny, I can say Fat Boy because that's my line now too. He was I forgot he got one of them European names and stuff. He's another guy that they want to maybe talk about bringing him over here to help with the either the offense or the defense. So what it looks like the Knicks are going to do is going to have an offensive coach and a defensive coach that Mike that Brown and the wake of the game is going to be in their ear. You know what I mean? All right, we look like we're going to be an offensive team tonight. What can we do to make our offense better? All right, we got to win the 1-3 set, blah, 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 and then or vice versa with the defense. All right, we slacking at the 3-point shot. I need some defensive plays in here for my guys who I need to put out there. And that's how things going to work. And I think it's going to be a good year. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, tonight is the biggest night for me to watch, to see the transition of who these 3 players is going to be part of our system on the payroll that we could bring up that knock on wood, if somebody get hurt, that if we need some 6'7" guy to come up from the G League, one of these guys be there ready for us and stuff like that. And who's going to be the guy that, which I believe is going to be Muhammad, that's going to be part of whoever the rookie, the veteran that we're going to bring in here to finalize the roster. So tonight's a big night for me to see these rookies get out there and play some basketball.
Yeah, just like I said at the beginning of the show, man. When it comes to Jordan Brink, if he can coach if he can coach just as good as he called challenges, like Freddie just put in there, and we talked about it early in the show. If he can coach the way he called them challenges, then we good. He was one of the best in the business with them challenges last year, man. So if he can go out there and coach the way he was getting them challenges successful, then we got a good coach on our hands, obviously. But yeah, man, he did a damn good job for the Knicks last year when it came to that, man. We got familiar faces in the place, man. Whether it's the coach or the players. I'm just really looking forward to see what these guys is made of, and I think it's gonna be a fun game today. Just look, you guys sit down there and study and see what y'all think. So next time we get on, man, I would like to know when we come back on what things did you guys like about some of these players, who stood out to you, who stood out to you guys
right.
when they started on and all that stuff, man. Because it's gonna be interesting. This could tell us a lot about our organization moving forward, and the reason why guys not only this is important for this year, it's important for as the years go on with these contracts we got. You know what I mean? If somebody might say, well, we give Muhammad Dawar a couple of years, then this guy might be expendable. If we give Najee a couple of years, then this guy, we might not have to re-sign this guy down the line. Instead of giving him all that money, these two guys are gonna be ready in a couple of years, and they got his skill set. And that's what I'm looking at with Daddy. I mean, so we got guys who that might be the reason why you might see guys not get a second contract in the New York Knicks in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Whether it be cap situations or because this guy's skill set had developed over the years and now he's ready. So it's gonna be, that's why it's important that these guys go out there and try to make a name for themselves and showcase their talents to these NBA coaches and all that. And then that way they can see what they made of. So it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I got my eyes on selling a couple of guys. I got my sights on all of them, but the ones that stand out to me the most are the ones that I really want to see. Like I said, the daddies of the world. Is Kolek ready for that year? Is Tyler Kolek ready to be the backup point guard of Jalen Brunson this year? He's probably going to be the most purest point guard we got on that whole team is Tyler Kolek. You know what I mean? He's the most purest point guard. And I could see him running up and down that court with Josh Hart and Daddy A and Miles McBride and Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele. I mean, he's the perfect guy to put in there to get that ball to them guys. You know what I mean? So let's see if the coach is going to use him to be in that star line. That's not star line. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, moving a little bit too fast to be in that second unit to help out this team on the NBA level. We'll see, but we already seen some of his bag, and I think it's going to be really interesting. These guys got to be feeling pretty good about themselves in this case. In the sense here, Shaw Powers, they got a coach who might give them more leeway than Tibbs did. They might have a coach who might say, okay, I'm going to play you guys a little bit more than Tibbs did. Maybe not. I don't know. You know what I mean? But if that's the case, then they need to be ready. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be crucial that they be ready. So let's see if they go out there and get it, man. I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. And then obviously, we got a game Sunday and all that good stuff too, Shop House. So it's just another game on the docket, as we say, another game on the schedule, man. And they got to go out there and play.
The Sunday game is the 4:30 game, right?
Yeah, I'll get that to you in 1 second, my brother. Yeah, it's definitely a earlier game. It is going to be the 13th against the Boston Celtics, and that would be, I'll get the game time to you, but it's definitely on the 13th of Boston. I'll get the time to you in a few minutes. Yep. But yeah, man, other than that, man, ladies and gentlemen, it's just fun to be here with you guys. You ladies and gentlemen, talk this Nick talk like we do. Like I said, anytime we get to do this thing, man, it feels good. Because I wish we could do Knicks basketball 24/7. I wish Knicks would play all year round, but obviously they can't do that neither. But it'd be interesting to see, man. But for me, Shaw Powell, it's really about seeing who's gonna make this roster, who's gonna make the roster, who's gonna have a chance. Not only make the roster, I wonder if anybody there can crack the rotation. That's what I want to see, man. You think of anybody in there crack the rotation from this team, this young guy?
Initially, no. I mean, I don't think nobody's going to beat out Mikal, or if they're going to beat out OG. But in the second unit, you know what I mean? There's a couple of holes in the second. I don't want to say holes, but there might be some ways where you could finagle something, or in a different type of game, it might be you might want to put take Yabusele out and put a more linkier guy in there, 6'7", 6'8" guy. So it all depends on how they're going to run the lineup. But I think that Josh Hart is going to be pressed this year, in my opinion. I think Josh Hart is going to be pressed this year because he is going to be the small forward in the second unit. You know what I mean? He's going to be the small. He's going to play a lot with the starters too, like he did last year. And hopefully he doesn't play as many minutes, so he's not as tired. So his point of attack, when Josh Hart used to come in 5-7 minutes of straight hard, grabbing rebounds and getting the ball out, pushing the pace, running the ball all the way down court. We can see that more in a more condensed form of 26, 27 minutes or something like that. So it makes a big difference on who's going to come in here and who's going to start and stuff like that. But he is the person that I'm going to – and you got to look at Deuce. We don't really have another point guard, so he's going to be challenged kind of too, you know what I mean, because of Tyler. If Tyler has a stellar season and you see Tyler out there tonight and he look like he's a 210, a little firmer, looking like he got more control, and his cheek muscles don't get so burgundy when he runs up and down the court, could be a problem for some teams and stuff like that.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the three guys that were there. Hockey Purdy, big for him too, ladies and gentlemen. It's big for Hockey Purdy too. You know what I mean? Especially if they implement Mitch and Cat in the starting lineup this year. Then you got guys like Yabusele and Hockey Purdy and them gonna be in that back line. They're gonna be in the second unit. That's gonna be our front line of defense back there. And then obviously with Josh Hart and Jordan Clarkson, they gonna play. So it's either gonna be right now. If you look at the New York Knicks roster right now, it's got to be Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride, Clarkson, Hart, Yabusele, and Hockey Purdy. That's the 10 that I'm thinking that's going to be out there right now for the Knicks, unless something amazingly happens doing between now and the season starting. So it might be that, man. So but let's see who can go out there and shake up this Jake. We need somebody to shake it up, stir the pot a little bit, shake it up like because you never know, man. You never know how hungry a young man is and what skill set that these guys bring to the table that might make somebody else expendable, as I would say. You never know who could be expendable when it comes to this basketball stuff, man. Like I said, especially with this cap situation and the cap, ladies and gentlemen, for all those who didn't realize, it's 10 million less, I think, than they projected. Not 10 million. I meant, 10 million less. If it was 173, I think it's only going to be 163 or whatever. So the cap is down 10 million. And that can make a difference, ladies and gentlemen, on who you keep on your roster, who you don't keep on your roster. So they forecast it to be like 10 million more than what it's going to be for the next couple of years. And we'll see how it goes. That's why I said it's important that these young guys develop a real skill set, because you never know who the Knicks might let go. 2 years from now, do you say I can't sign Josh Hart? Or do you say 2-3 years from now, I don't sign this guy? What about they decide down the line they can't extend Mitch? You know what I mean? So it's important that these young guys go out there summer league today and try to make a name for themselves, because their number will be called down the line. Like I said, this cap thing is crazy. This cap thing is real crazy what's going on right now, man. It's important to have a good farm system. I think we got one so far, Chop House. So I think they go out there, have some fun today with it, get out there and play their game. It's going to be, it ain't going to be its best, ladies and gentlemen. It's summer league, and it ain't going to be perfect basketball. It's going to be some errors out there and everything. Practicing and playing organized basketball are two different things. When you practice, you ain't got no referees. You just working on your craft. But when you in the game, it's different. Now, I just want to see how these cats moving, because you can see a highlight of my man Duncan. You can see all these young guys we got, Najee, all of them, and highlights Duncan. But when they get in that game, though, when it's more structured, there's more calls, you're going against a different opponent. We got to see how can you get around screens. Can we see how you defend? Can we see how you do this or do that? How's your timing? How is your speed? Can you keep up with this guy? So now they're about to go in game mode, and we get a chance to see what these cats are built for. So, like I said, it's their audition. And I think a lot of these guys are going to run an audition real well. So I'm looking forward to come out there having a good game.
Yeah, this is I think I don't think this is going to be a lot of run amok today. I think this is going to be more structured because I think guys are going to want to look more into the game. I think these guys, not all of them, but let me look at the names real quick. I could say this.
I'll put it back up for you.
I could definitely say this. Not so much Pacone Daddy, but Kevin McCullough Jr. Definitely have to be something to pay attention to. Marjon Beauchamp, something he definitely got to pay attention to. Dink got to pay attention because he's one of those guards that we might be looking for a backup. So he has to pay attention to what he's doing today. Al Purdy doesn't have to worry about it. Muhammad, I'm looking for big things from Muhammad. So he really has to come out here tonight and perform. And I mean, James Najee, you know what I mean? Is he going to be a stash and bash? He said he wasn't coming over here just to try out. He wants to make the team. So, you know what I mean? These are names that, you got all these other guys, I said Lance Ware because I watched, but, he ain't really, Jaden Campbell and Jamal B and Batawama Boles. Those guys. There's no, their names are not. I do want to see what's going on with Baba Bushki. I want to see what's going on with Tokyo Drift. We got FYI New York Knicks. I hope he makes it because Tokyo Drift, man, we got some shirts out here called Tokyo. No, I'm just saying. But yeah, I want to promote it. So those names don't really have something to do with it, but it's 3 roster spots plus. So it's four these guys on this thing aside from Daddy Ariel and Tyler. Aside from those 3, it's 3 positions in our farm system, and there's 1 roster spot. Kevin McCullough is not even in there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He's really not signed to anything. So I'm looking for McCullough, Beauchamp. I think those 2 guys and the center. I think, it might be Najee. They might bring him over here and put him in the G League. We might need him in the G League. So, knock on wood. But if Ariel Porty or one of those guys, Yebisebe, something happened to them, we can have a big guy that we can bring up. So let's do it. Let's get it.
Yeah, and you remember you had Anton Watson from the Boston Celtics. He was there. So he's another guy we got. He was on that team last year, played some scrap garbage minutes and everything. Like I said, it's see the new vibe. Let's see how it goes, man. Because like I said, a lot of these guys are trying to make a name for themselves. They want to come to the NBA. They want to be able to say that, hey, Mom, I made it. Dad, I made it. Fam, I made it. So I don't expect nothing from the Nets from the guy to go out there and play hard today. Go out there and treat like any other game because I know they want to make this NBA thing just like anybody else. But we got a lot of people down there, and like I said, the Najees and the Haka Purdy's. The reason why it's so, like, ladies and gentlemen, truly, this is real talk. We don't know what's going to happen with Mitch and them. We don't know. With this salary cap situation, one of these guys might be a backup center for the Knicks one day. Or Haka Purdy might be a start center for all we know. So we just got to go out there and make sure they go out there and bring their A game to the Summer League today. And I think you'll see some good talent out there. We got a good talent. I'm really picking this roster to win this Summer League thing. I think they're that deep. They got talent from all levels. Let's see how it goes. But like I said, it's important that they go out there and play well because, like I said, you don't know what's going to happen down the line. We got contracts on the Knicks that might not be around after this run here. Let's say after these 3 years. The Knicks might say, if we don't win it, we need the next 3 or 4 years. They might say, let's risk we too. We're gonna have all this money coming off the books. Let's go back the other way. Some of these guys might make a difference in a couple of years from now. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm really looking forward to it. These guys having an impact. When I spoke about the last 10, ladies and gentlemen, when I talked about the starting 5, and I said, who did I say? I said Deuce McBride, Clarkson, Hart, Yabusele. I'm just going to throw Haka Purdy in there because right now, so that's 10 guys. You still got 5 spots on that roster. 5. In 2 ways, they not really consider a roster spot. They can come out there and play half the season there. So you think about it, after that, you got 5 dudes. Then obviously you throw in Tyler Kolek. Well, yeah, that's another one. You throw in Daddy A. That's 12. Anything after that to me is up in the air. Bowl champion, all of them.
Yeah, that's the 12 right there, Divine. You said it. You said it. Them three. And we only can really do 2 players until maybe like the second week of the season or something like that, and then take a depressed, a shorter roster spot or something like that. I forgot how they did it last year to get that 15 spot, but we can play with 14 players. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? And these guys are going to be hungry. Like I said, aside from the Huckapurdy, the Pacome and Tyler, you know what I mean? McCullough got to fight for his spot. He got to fight for a spot. Something he got to fight for. I don't even know if McCullough can come on to the rookie deal because he already played on the NBA team. I've been trying to figure it out. I do the homework. I can't find out the information. If he already paid for the team, can he be put onto that rookie deal that we're talking about for playing on the team? I think he was on a 2-way last year. So I'm not even sure. I couldn't find it. So I don't know.
I'm really interested to see, ladies and gentlemen. This is real talk. It might not happen to a summer league. I want to see who was the guys that came into New York because Tom Thibodeau wanted them. This is one of the biggest things I want to see this year. That which players was more of a Tom Thibodeau player and he wanted them, opposed to who Mike Brown wants. You know what I mean? It's going to be real interesting because a lot of the players we talk about, like McCullough Jr., he got a defense mindset. That was a Tibbs type player. His offense bag ain't that deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
So does McCullough Jr., because he specialized in defense, and I think he was more of a Tom Thibodeau player to me, how does he fit into the equation moving forward? How does a lot of these guys fit into the equation now that Tom Thibodeau is no longer the coach of the New York Knicks? Now we got to see what Mike Brown wants. What is Leon Rose and World Wide West and them giving Mike Brown full autonomy over the roster, coaching the roster, player-wise. This is the type of player I need to coach in my system. This is the type of player that I want to be on my team, not opposed to who y'all want me to have on my team. Let's see how a lot of this goes. You know what I mean? It's going to be pretty interesting. So I don't know if that happens during summer league, ladies and gentlemen. It might take our way to training camp. I don't know. But that's one thing we got to put into equation is 2 different coaches now. So we'll see. I don't know what from what, but I do know that's going to make a difference. But I agree with E. Gibbs, man. We got to make sure that the continuity stays there no matter what. Because even with a new coach, you still got to make sure the continuity is there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't think too much you're gonna do. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see. So let's see it starts today. Shot Powell in about another 12 minutes in summer league, man. I'm really intrigued about it, man. But salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming as well, man. I'm glad to see everybody in the chat. If I see you in the chat, I know you're live and hopefully you're well. That's always good to see y'all up in the building, man. Not only from the Knicks perspective, just from a perspective that you guys is in here. That means I know you out there at the university still making it happen. You know what I mean? But Shot Powell, this is another one on the doctor, man. I'm really excited about it, man. I'm ready to see some Knicks basketball for sure.
Yeah, this is the one good thing about our team now, and what Mike Brown has said that perennial. You know what I mean? We are a team that has been in the last 5 years to the playoffs 4 times. We keep ringing bells, even when we're not on the court. The New York Knicks are talked about. This team. Sorry, Devon. Oh snap! Sorry, Devon. All right. Yeah. So that is what happened with the New York Knicks. This team is well talked about. Even about when we fired Tom Thibodeau, we sucked all the energy out of the finals. Everybody was talking about Tom Thibodeau, then talking about Halliburton or SGA. You know what I mean? So let's do it. You know what I mean? This guy Mike sounds like he's going to make some good things. And I always said this. I'm not saying I don't care who coaches the team. This is a good team. And if you come here with some stability, if you come here with some attitude, if you come in here with some courageousness, the team will adapt to you. If they adapt to you and get some cohesion, this team is went 51 games last year, 2 games away from the playoffs. This is not a run-of-the-mill team. And if you're not paying attention, we almost kind of sort of like running the team back. You know what I mean? Aside from Payne and aside from Shamit and DeLon, okay. But now we have, almost 3 positions to really fill out our roster now. I think we got better with Clarkson. I think we got better with Yabusele. You know what I mean? And I want to see who else that they're going to put into this second unit that can probably extend the second unit to maybe closer to a 10, 11-man rotation. So let's see what happens, man. I think in the outset, I think we're going to be a more offensive-minded team that has good defensive values. You know what I mean? I think we're going to be that scorched earth that we talked about last year, that fire starters that we talked about last year. I think they're going to be 118 points a game because of cohesion. These guys know each other. Now you come in here with a new way of thinking of how Mike wants to put these guys in their place, and not mean them like demean them or talk to them like their father, but put them in their place where their percentages are better, where they're shooting from better percentages. Now, I don't want you to shoot from the top. You don't shoot good from the top. When I want to see you to shoot the 3, I want you to shoot the 3 in the corners. You shoot at the break or at the corners. You shoot better percentages there because everything is analytics. You know what I mean? I don't want you to shoot it at the top of the break. Go shoot it in the corner where you shoot. If you want to shoot it in the corner. And I think he's going to put guys in the places where they need to be. And the court's going to be more open. So let's see what happens, man. I'm happy for the team, the pickups that we got. And I just want to see how the summer league goes. It's still going to trail on because we still need 2 players. So it's going to be talked about all the way until August about what 2 players we got to pick up. Ben Simmons. Next, we're going to have LeBron James. Slim Reaper with Giannis. Giannis still out there. He talking about he loved the Knicks. So it's so much stuff that's going to be talked about that's going to drag us on to the press day for the opening night. I mean for the front office. So let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. I'll tell you one thing I can say about this, ladies and gentlemen, because I see the conversation in the chat. I want to bank on this. Josh Hart gonna love Mike Brown, ladies and gentlemen, and Mike Brown gonna love Josh Hart. He's a pace dude. He like pace. He like to get that ball up and down the floor. Who better to throw on the fast break than Josh Hart? Josh Hart, Yabusele and them going and all.
That's what I'm thinking. That's and the big thing, like to just to jump on you, and he don't have to do 38 minutes no more. Now I ain't gonna have to pay 36, 38 minutes no more. He's gonna be playing 28, 26 minutes now. I believe.
Yeah, he is. You know what? I'm looking for a lot of things with Mike Brown, and especially because this guy, his assist ratio as a coach, his teams always up at the top. So you won't see the ISO thing a lot this year. You know what I mean? And you go ISO when you have to go ISO. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be predicated on just ISO ball to keep
movement,
more movement than anything. That's why I'm looking forward to this thing with this cat going to bring to the table from an offense standpoint. We got bucket getters on the yard. They got guys who can get buckets. Now I think adding Clarkson and it's going to be definitely make that bench better. Takes the pressure off of Deuce too, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the Deuce and Bride was playing in the second unit last year. They didn't have a guy like Clarkson in the second unit last year.
Right.
Remember that. Deuce and Bride was mainly our main source. But now they're having Clarkson back there, I think that takes the pressure off of Deuce McBride that had to be that main focal point in the second unit. That could bode well for Deuce McBride because just by having Jordan Clarkson take the pressure off of Deuce McBride. Josh Hart take the pressure off of Deuce McBride So I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this thing turn out this year, the way they function in that second unit. But you best believe they're going to be going up and down the court, though. I think they push that tempo. I think they get that tempo pushing, get some easy buckets, get out in transition. Yeah, he is, man. You ain't lying. It's a couple of guys on there that don't play good defense, but you know what? They better make up for it with their bag, though. If you can't stop it, you better score with them. So let's hope that these guys. But I do think we should be okay. I'm quite sure. I think with Leon Rose, Worldwide West. See, even though, listen, whether he was your favorite coach or not, I'm quite sure they're gonna take some of his philosophies and help maybe Brown can feed off it because of it was successful for them. All Brown got to do is add where he do good, And so you take a little bit of kids' tip schemes. If it worked for it, it worked for it. Shit got us to the Eastern Conference Finals. What the hell? You know what I mean? So you take some of the good stuff and implement it to what you do because, you know, it worked for the players and see how it goes. I think we'd be okay. I think it's going to be a pretty good year for the Knicks, man. I'm not expecting nothing less. I think they go out there and get a poppin', man, and all that good stuff. But listen, we will see you cats in a couple of days, man. We just want to get in here and get this summer league thing popping. I'm excited about the roster. I'm excited about the game. I love watching New York Knicks basketball. I want to see the young guys go ahead and make a name for themselves. Who's going to upset? Who's going to disrupt the apple cart shop, pal? That's what I want to see. Who's going to disrupt this thing, man? Who is summer league going to go in here and it's like, okay, you know what? You might about to get traded, bro. You about to get traded. So that's what I'm hoping for. I want to see somebody come out of summer league and be like, okay, you just made this dude expendable. You just made this dude expendable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's two guys because I think Pregame is going to have a fantastic year, but I'm saying if Muhammad jump out of there and Roy or the young boy with the handle, the guard with the handle, man, it could be real exciting this year. So let's see what happens, man. I'm here for all of it. I think we got a good team, a good young nucleus right now, and let's see what four guys we bring closer to the team, and let's get it.
Listen, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe for your brothers, man, on the way out the door, man. Thank y'all for coming in as always. You know, without y'all, it ain't no Knicks Real Talk. And no need for us to be up here without you people on the chat and the panel and even people watching where you're watching them from. Man, listen, y'all, let's enjoy the game. Let's see if our young boys go out there and make a name for themselves. And, you know, listen, I'm always looking to win anyway, but it's more important about the development, not the wins. But I do want them to win. Don't get me wrong. Winning cures all. But I also want to see their development, see what we got there. And we get to finally look at it and see what we really got. A lot of these guys we never seen before. Some of them that was overseas, but we never seen them over there. Some of you guys might have been in tune to them, but some of them might have not been. So I'm really looking to see what these guys got, Shop Powell. And until then, to all my peoples in the chat and everybody, thank y'all for coming in. Shop Powell, my brother. I will see you on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the game. We'll see y'all Sunday, man. Peace.
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 Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gothels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, where this bottle with Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carotene, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five. And report, keep my two in the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Catch and snap back. The fitted cat, so we Knicks dripping. Knicks feel, you know, we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping and Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping and Knick drip. We in that Knick drip, dripping and Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping and Knick drip. Real Talk.